Oh, wait. Oh, says reconnection successful on YouTube end. Oh, and my YouTube studio loaded back up. Is Google gonna load now? Oh, Google's working now. Are we good everywhere else? I'm trying to check. We seem to be good over on Twitch. We're good on YouTube now. No fucking clue what that was. I think Google went down for a couple minutes there. So sorry, folks. I don't know what that was. But yes, we're back tonight with the first part of the two-part finale of Soulsilver, where we're going to take it very loose tonight. Very loose and quiet. Now, last week, we beat Red, and I had the great idea to try and pad out the rest of the stream to fill out the Pokédex. And we got kind of far in. You know, if I... Where is it? Pokédex. Hey, you know... 228 seen, 70 obtained, that's not bad. And I said I was probably going to do the rest of the streams doing that, and then I realized that was going to be boring as hell. I realized after like 2.5 hours of running around trying to find different Pokemon to fill out the Pokédex, I was getting bored, and I figure if I'm bored, chat's probably bored. So we're scrapping that idea, and instead we're going to focus on getting the last of the legendaries and specialty Pokemon that I can legitimately collect in this game. Some of which I didn't know about until literally earlier today when I was looking up all the legendaries. So obviously some of them are, if I open up the map here, some of them are like, let's come over here. Are they not going to show up because I'm not in the okay, yeah. Like the roaming Pokemon. Like we have Suicune there, I think? No, that's the electric one. Suicune, we have to go to a couple locations, I'm pretty sure, still to find. But besides Suicune, apparently, and I didn't know this, you can actually get the starters from some of the other generations in this game after beating Red. So I'm gonna test that and make sure that that actually works. Let's see, we gotta go to Pallet Town. After beating Red, if you go to Pallet Town and talk to Oak, you're offered one of the Gen 1 starters, which is already, that's cool. That is really cool on its own. I never thought to talk to Oak after I beat Red. Oop. Supposedly, I could be wrong, but oh, yep. Hello, Wiz. Good to see you. I heard a lot about you. I'm not doing the voice. Pokemon must be close to complete. Not really. 70. Haha, what's behind me? You must have figured out right away. It's a Pokemon. This is a really cool, like, post-game reward. You don't see them very often in Kanto. Choose one and it'll be yours. Go ahead. We get to pick one of these three. I'm trying to decide which of the three I want to get here, and then you can get, I believe it's the Gen 4 starters. Now I'm actually going to go check. I had a list of them open on Cerebi because Cerebi is a pretty good website for checking this stuff. Cerebi.net, shout out. I'm glad Google's working now. I believe yes. If you go and talk to, who is it? Steven Stone, who I believe we met back in, where did we meet Steven Stone? Wait, is Torchic Gen 3? I get all my gens mixed up all the fucking time. Hang on, I gotta look back on my own stream thumbnails. Platinum was Gen 4. Emerald is Gen 3, because we got Mudkip. Okay, so it's the Gen 3 starters. I just think that's really cool that you not only get the that you have a choice of one of the starters from the previous generation, but you also get a Pokemon from the post generation, which is that's just wild to me. So I gotta think carefully. So we have for Alligator, so obviously I want to pick a fire and a grass type, and I'm probably going to, hang on, Oak, I'll be back in a second. I'm gonna go stick the eggs I have. Actually, no, we'll worry about the eggs after we pick our starter. Unless he's like, hey, you gotta have a slot free to take one. So we're gonna go stick these eggs in a box for a minute. I don't know why I'm not fast forwarding. Let's fast forward now so we can make this go by a little faster. because I have a plan. We're gonna go get our 2 specialty starters. Then we're going to stick them in the daycare and leave them in there all stream while we go after all the legendaries. I almost said shinies. We're not shiny hunting. They can both go in the bottom of box 2. So let's let's get out of there and fly back to Pallet Town. Whee! Away we go. Back to Pallet Town to go. Please, let me in. You don't seem very... Go ahead, pick one. All right. I think out of the 3, I'm thinking on it. I think I want to get Charmander, because basically it's a question of would I rather have Charizard or Venusaur or Sceptile or Blaziken at the end. I'd rather have a combo of Charizard and Sceptile. A, because I just think they're the cooler designs out of those choices, and B, I get the all like upright lizard squad with my Feraligatr. So I think we're gonna go with Charmander here. Do we get a nickname? What do we want to nickname? Our Feraligatr is Cornelius. I'm trying to think of a name that would kind of go along with them. Do I want parity between the names like that? Do I care enough for that? I mean, these guys are only going to be here for this episode and maybe next episode if I decide to take them with me when I go shiny hunting. Please stop, Gizmo. You're not helping. You're not as cute as you think you are with the in here. Maybe we name it Gizmo. You know, sure, Gizmo, you decide to be loud. It's a boy, but I don't care. You're named after the gremlin from Gremlin, so it's all coming roundabout. Yes. The wild Pokemon appears, Pokemon Ballad. Yeah. Yeah, I know all that, Oak. Alright, let's go to... Where is Silphco, by the way? Saffron City after you've defeated Red. Where is Saffron City again? I don't remember. Is that in this area? Pewter, Cerulean, Saffron City. So let's go and get the other starter. Then we'll take him to the daycare over in Johto, and then we're gonna work on getting the legendaries. That's a magnet train line. Where is Silphco, the big building in the middle there? I think it is. And then we got Find Steven Stone. He's the blue hair motherfucker from Emerald, if I'm remembering correctly. Well, he's not on this floor. Yep. Can I... There's probably... It's not for sale anywhere yet. Can I use the elevator? Silphco's head office building. How do I enter? Wait, how do I... I can't go in the elevator. Soulsilver, Steven Stone. Where's Steven? Where's Steven? How about copycat by Ganger Clefairy Pokédoll and he'll show up. Okay. Where is the copycat? I didn't do any of this originally. I'm also going to turn on my fan above me because it is hot in here. Why is my fan not working? No, it's hot in here. I need... Why? No. Did you get unplugged or something here? Did this get unplugged somehow? No, it's just not working. Okay, guess I'm gonna be hot and sweaty. I deserve it. Oh, well. Alright. Who's the copycat? What's the copycat? Oh. Belt tune. Trying to figure out who the fuck is the copycat. I never learned of a copycat or what I had to do with said copycat. We're gonna turn this down very slightly. Okay. Oak Slab, the 3 stones? Oh no, wait, I need to still do... Who's the copycat? I'm trying to find the walkthrough. Bulbapedia. Learn from fucking Cerebi and put all your information a little more easily figure-outable. Saffron City. Is it in here? Do I need to do the Saffron City shit? No. Power plant. Do I need to do something here? And for a trade? This can be found. Nope, that's a trade thing. I'm trying to figure this out. Saffron City. Copycat's house in the northwest part of the city. Northwest, goddamn. You see, I only Googled because the other option would have been running around the whole city to figure it out. To be fair, I'm now realizing... Wait. Northwest. Where's her house? Because this isn't a house. Is this it? Recently lost Pokeball out. Oh, wait. Are you... No, you're a Blissey. Are you the copycat? Oh! Oh, that was... Yeah, don't decide what I do. Don't be confusing. I get confused easily here, lady. I think she said Vermilion? Question mark. Okay, so we gotta go to Vermilion. We gotta go get the copycat doll. Then we go to Steven to get the other starter. Then we're gonna go put those in the daycare. I think it said the fan club. I gotta go find where the fan club is. Pokemon fan club. Looking for a doll. Clefairy Pokédoll. Is this yours? You can never catch one, so maybe you can do with a doll I found. The girl who lost the Pokeball is sad. Yep. Got this. Alright, we're speedrunning this shit. We're not talking to anyone else here. Oh! Steven! My name is Steven, the champion from the Hoenn region. I met you in another life, where I think I kicked your ass with Mudkip. Or the final form of Mudkip. With Big Mudkip. I forget his name. Have we met before? Yes! Steven, look into my eyes. You recognize me. I'm the idiot. I'm the idiot with the Kadabra. Do you remember me? I'm grabbing his shoulder and I'm shaking. Remember me! That's not possible. All the trainers I've battled seem to have the same look anyway. Wow. Okay. Especially the ones who gave me tough battles. By the way, have you heard of a Pokemon called Latios? It's got weird fucking arms. I'm investigating why Latios, a Pokemon from Hoenn, decided to leave Hoenn to come here. Latios is a Pokemon that has a lot to do with Soul Dew, a gem-like orb. Considering the fact that Latios is now in Kanto, it is possible to assume that this has to do with the Soul Dew. Latios is... Okay, imagine you bump into someone on the street and they're like, "Hi, I'm Steven, CEO of famous tech company, Silphco. You want to hear about this cryptid I found and a magic gem with it?" Like, imagine... I was about to name drop a specific tech CEO, but basically all of them, my immediate reaction would be, I wouldn't talk to them at all. I would punch them in the face. Imagine if you met... Fuck, I know he's not a CEO. Imagine if you met, like, Shigeru Miyamoto on the street, and you're like, "Oh my god, you're Shigeru Miyamoto. You know, big Nintendo guy." It's like, "Hi, you want to hear about Bigfoot? You want to hear about my quest to find Bigfoot?" Be difficult to find without any machine to track it with, but any trainer will be drawn to it, won't they? I must go. May our journeys cross again. Like, I've talked before about how I kind of wish the Pokemon games... I know I'm one to talk, Mr. Self-Proclaimed, I don't care much about writing in games, I prefer gameplay, but when the gameplay in these games is basically just glorified rock, paper, scissors, I kind of wish the NPCs actually felt like people, at least a little bit. Thank you for the train pass, even though I don't need it. Cool. It's like, I wish Steven had a character. I wish half the characters, or at least most of them, most characters in Pokemon don't really have a character to them. They just vaguely talk about, hey, isn't it cool that Pokemon are cool? Or they give you expository, did you know if you press the R button, you can give yourself a wedgie? Shit like that. It's like, why are you telling me this? Who talks like this? Anyways, hello? You're breaking up. I'm behind you. Taps on the shoulder. I think it depends on how my dad feels. I'll be on my way. See you soon. I remember your eye. We talked 30 seconds ago. When I see a trainer whose eyes twinkle, I always remember. You have a Pokédex, so you're also in search of Pokemon? Let me see. I think I can help you with that. Let's say that you have stones in front of you. Which color would you pick? I'm gonna double check because I feel like this game could pull an ass pull on me, and if I pick, depending on what color, it's green. Okay, just making sure. I want Trico. Give me Trico. Green. You chose correctly. If there was a correct option. Thank you. Would you like to give Trico a nickname? Yeah. What do we want to name this guy? I'm gonna be a creep and name him Steven. Because I got him from Steven. Imagine some guy gives you his dog and he's just like, hey, here you go. I'm like, I'm gonna name him Jeffrey. But my name's Jeffrey. You did a great job naming it. Oh, of course you say that. Take good care of it. You're caring for it will make me very happy. Is it because I named it Steven? Who's Brent? Who's Brent? Why are they calling? Sup? This is Brent. How are you? Did you know? Bill's mother is said to have been a kimono girl. That's what I'm meaning. Fuck. Someday, when I'm like all done with playing Pokemon this year, like probably next year, I want to put together a video with some of these thoughts because like, is it that hard to write a character to say something more interesting than just expository random trivia facts? If you're gonna randomly call me, and I already don't like that the characters randomly call you for the bullshit reasons. I really don't. I think it's lame. But if you're going to do that, could you at the very least make it interesting, like memorable dialogue and not shit like random trivia that I could find on the back of a trading card? Also, I'm stupid. Where is the fucking daycare? So stupid. Daycare. I can never remember where it is. Pokemon daycare. Show it on the map, please. Where is the daycare? Goldenrod, apparently. Where's Goldenrod? Fuck, and a thing saying AI viewers over on Twitch. I'm gonna rant about this while I kill the bot. I am liking Pokemon more now than what I used to back before I started playing through all the games for the anniversary. I really do. However, some of these issues are gonna hold true with me no matter how long I play them for. Like the lackluster stories and villains is what I'm always gonna like sit here and bemoan over. Like every story is along the lines of, hey, you should take care of Pokemon because they're pretty cool. And then the villain is like, hey, people are either not taking care of Pokemon enough or they're not doing it right, and so I'm gonna do terrorism. And it's like, it disappoints me. It disappoints me that they're all, so far, I have heard that apparently Black and White has a good story to it. Supposedly. I don't know because I've not played it myself yet. That's probably going to be the last one we do. Black and White and Black and White 2 are probably going to be the last two Pokemons we play this year. Okay. Enough ranting. Time to find the roaming Pokemon. Where did the one go? But where did she go? I have the list of all the legendaries you can find in this game open. Suicune. Let's go ahead and like go after Suicune because I know that we gotta like go around to a few places. Follow it if you wish to capture. First will be found in the north. Actually, wait. We should go purchase. Probably point you to the mystery dungeon series, especially first two issues. That's something you're looking for. I I understand that that's a valid response. I'm meaning I wish the base Pokemon games had like a bit more. I'm not even asking for some deep, rich story. What I'm asking for is, if you're gonna take the time, I will probably check out the Mystery Dungeon game someday. My point is, if you're gonna take the time to fill this world out with all these different NPCs and everything, go the route to give, like, obviously some of the opening NPCs should have explanational dialogue, you know, to get you familiar with the world and all that. I forgot I already had 200 Ultra Balls. Lol. You should have some characters that do that. Obviously, some characters need to just be expository dialogue. But why, like, if I pick any random NPC, they're basically only going to say something that is just purely informational. If you're gonna only give me like 4 lines of dialogue, make it interesting, make it funny, something like, let's talk this guy. Well, there are many kinds of Pokemon there are in this world. A long time ago, so there were 150 kinds. Since then, there are almost 500 different kinds. Like, that's nothing. That's nothing. And maybe I have been pampered by, and I know these are bad comparisons, but games like Fallout 3, well, maybe not even Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, or even the Shadows over Loathing, games that go in 2 wildly different directions with their gameplay and tone. Not every NPC talks to you to just drop a lore dump on you. They have actual things that they believe in or think, and even if they don't have a big dialogue tree, they'll at least have something interesting or funny to say. I would love this game, I would love these Pokemon games so much more and talk to so many more NPCs if I opened them up and they actually had something valuable to share. Most of them don't. I gave the example the other night. You walk up to a youngster and you talk to them and they're gonna be like, man, I fucking love shorts. And like, that's a little bit better than just, did you know Squirtle's a water type, which is what the other NPCs say. But like, can we go a little bit more? I don't need to know every character's deep enriching history and XYZ and all that. But like, if I talk to this guy and he's like, if he said something even kind of remotely funny, like, you know, I went fishing and a Gyarados ate my super rod. There, you get something at least a little more interesting, a little more funny, and maybe a hint towards super rods if you're a new player and you don't know what that is, and you can kind of get context clues. But just saying shit like, man, there's a lot of Pokemon, it's like, I know the example I gave isn't that much better, but you get what I mean. Because then it leads into the issue I've had where there's a lot of times I don't know what the fuck I gotta do on here because I don't bother talking to most of the NPCs because most of them give such nothing responses that I just don't want to waste my time. Also, we're swapping Hypno out. No, hang on. I want to move Pokemon because I want to go get our electric boy, Laffy, who I think, hang on, let me summary. Like, am I stupid for wanting something like that? Thunder Wave, causes paralysis if it hits. Yes, we're gonna switch that to the top. We're gonna take this boy. Am I stupid for wanting something like that in a Pokemon game? I don't think that's such a big ask to be like, I would like to, I want to feel like my time isn't wasted if I decide to go and talk to all the NPCs so that I'm not gambling on, is this guy gonna tell me something I need to know to progress? You know, if I talk to someone and they give me something that chuckles or is at least more natural exposition. It can still be expository dialogue, but don't just give me like a Wikipedia article, because at that point I'm just gonna read the Wikipedia article. There's probably a much better way to word the issue that I have. I'm kind of just going off my brain. Okay, where do we gotta go to find Suicune? Because we'll go ahead and go after it first. North of Cedarwood, after you, let's see, I think we encountered it there already. Find outside the entrance of Mount Mortar. We'll leave Johto and head to Kanto, where you'll see in Vermilion. Where is Mount Mortar again? That's where I gotta go, apparently. Because I don't think I went to Mount Mortar ever. I gotta look up where Mount Mortar is, because Wizard is just random out shit again, because we're on the last, like, 2 times we're gonna play this one in specific, this Pokemon in specific. Mount Mortar is in the middle of it, so hang on. Outside the entrance of Mount Mortar on Route 42. Which Mount Mortar is here, apparently. Oh yeah, I can't fly to it, I gotta. Ugh. Someday I'll break through all of my writer's block issues shit. So where is he specifically? Because that's the thing, I never went around and chased him, so I don't know where he is. Let's check the post-game stuff. Our plan. Why can't the wiki? Why can't it just... Okay. Now 25. Brief science weekend, critique, route 42. When do I go to route 42? Because I don't want to just go roaming around the cave until I get there. Was I already supposed to have encountered Suicune? Because I don't know if I did. So, see. The grove of apricorn trees grows between two lakes blocked by an overgrown tree. Enter the grove to find Suicune again. Oh, so we gotta swim to that middle area. Looks like on the map. Good thing I brought Surf. I brought Ladyboat. We're gonna find water Pokemon here. I mean, I'll just run. Or I'll Thunder Shock it. Please don't die here, Effie. What do you mean can't escape? Fuck off. Okay. Ladyboat, get in here. We'll swap you into first so that I can actually get around all this shit. Strength it, kill it. Flaffy's just here to paralyze the majestic creature when we find it, so we can do this. Ugh. I already have a Goldeen, so it's not even like I want to catch you. Just let me out. Let me out. Okay. There it is. Oh, I don't have anyone who can cut. Fuck. Ah, is there anyone in my party who can learn cut? We're on the last two chunks of the series. I don't care about like move overlap anymore. We're officially past the point of needing to prioritize who can learn what. No. Okay, I guess we're flying back to a town so we can swap someone in. We'll fly back to a critique and swap Luigi for someone who can do, and we might as well heal while we're here. I'm getting a drink of water and losing my fucking shit. Water. Stay hydrated out there, folks. It's a hot one. Also, just gonna say now, so I don't lose my goddamn mind after we catch legendaries, if we catch them all tonight. If we end up catching them all tonight, and I have plenty of time to spare, like, after I deal with this shit, I catch them within the next hour, however I do, I'm probably just gonna be like, fuck it, we're playing Marvel Rivals or something for a bit, because I really don't want to just sit here and fill up time with catching random ass Pokemon. Again, I'm pretty sure you know Cut. So let's move you into the party. We don't need a fly right now because we're just going to the right. We need a surf over, so we're keeping Ladyboat in, and I want those eggs to hatch. Do I have any more repels on me? God damn it, yes I do. Oh. And honestly, after we catch the legendaries, besides filling out the Pokédex, I don't think there's anything else for me here. There's like nothing else for me in this game besides catching a shiny Ledian tomorrow night, which we will definitely do. Hello, Eugene. I'm not talking to you because you are such a whatever character. We need to go back and get Luigi because we got to fly to Vermilion to go chase Suicune and catch it. I also found out, and I wish there was a way I could have naturally figured this out by talking to NPCs, because it would have been so cool to find out if I were a casual player. You can get Groudon and or the water one. I forget its name, because Groudon is cooler, if I'm being honest. In this game, you can get them. You gotta go to a cave and everything, but it's cool. It's a cool thing. We're gonna move Wario. You're cool. We're gonna set you next to Waluigi. But I want my legendaries and I want my sheep so I can tase this poor majestic creature. Yep. That is something I will praise these games with, as much as I have my gripes with the world and the pacing and the writing, is the really neat post-game and like interconnectivity stuff is all cool. It's all cool. It's all very cool. And I'm not going to sit here and be so heartless and pretend like it's not. You see it in Vermilion soon after you arrive. Next you'll see it in Route 14, where it will escape for the final time to bound outside Bill's house. So it's going to be somewhere here in Vermilion, supposedly. I don't know where. Eld's effects wore off. Oh, there it is. There it goes. Yeah, I didn't want to talk to you either, but it's fine. We gotta go to Route 14. Okay. Okay, so let's go to Fuchsia and cut right. That's probably gonna be faster. And then it's gonna go to Bill's house. Wherever that is. I've already forgotten. It could be a side effect of walking everywhere. Didn't I already fight you? School kid Tommy, take my giant blue bird. Oh no, it's flying. I'll just do fly back. Bonk. It's just kind of funny. Hydro pump. Kill it. Barf water all over it. There we go. Could've sworn I beat. Oh yeah, we'll go ahead and let you evolve. Wow, just don't learn any new moves because I need you to keep the moves you currently have. Actually no, I never came this way because it's a one-way. Okay. Melty, get in here. Wow, Razor Leaf, huh? Flamethrower. Flamethrower is always gonna be funny to me. I don't know. Apom, just keep battling. Just kill it. Oh wow, the cut didn't kill it. I am only level 44, to be fair. I didn't jack Melty up, because I don't even remember if Melty came with us to the final battle. I don't think he did. Yep. Rose Incense. And you want to battle. I was contemplating just cutting through the grass. It's like, no, he'll probably see me in the grass, too. Hydro pump. Please don't hurt yourself. Confusion. Please. Yeah. Why? How would you miss? You fuck. Stop hurting yourself in confusion. If we let the Spindo win. There. Get out of here. Then Volbeat. No, I'll kill it. Aeroblast. Don't hurt yourself in confusion. Please. We're so close to getting to the Suicune. It's somewhere along this route. Oh, okay, please. Can I sneak by without fighting anyone? Please. Nope, I definitely gotta fight you, probably. Ah! I was hoping I could squeeze by. This music makes me feel like I'm going insane, but in the best way possible. I always love listening to it. It's good music for my mental state of running around to find the funny blue dog. I'm not getting more phone numbers. Oh god, no, it's not here. Oh, Mega Man. Hi, Mega Man. No, the person to talk to. They have 3 Pokemon to waste my time with. Oh, wow. Wow, Flamethrower. Is it gonna be all 3 starters? That'd be kind of cool, I guess. I don't really have anything specifically to go against Squirtle, because it's gonna be like level 40. Hydro Pump. One shot, even though it's not that effective. Send in Charmander. Hydro Pump. Is this Mega Man Battle Network? Or not Battle Network? 8-bit deathmatch. Fuck. Playing Captain Wayne makes me want to play more arena shooters, but it sucks because I can only really play. No, the only people I can really play with is friends, because if I go online, I usually get surf and turfed by everyone else, and a lot of my friends just don't go back up. I was supposed to go. It said Route 14. Fly, just fly. Bonk. I'll go back up after I fight this bastard. Fly, kill it. Wow, agility, that's so cool. Mirror move, wow. Yeah, cool. I want to play more arena shooter type stuff. Like, I've talked before. I'm opening up the walkthrough because I hate this place. I hate it. I hate it. Chasing the Aurora. As you move northward along the road, you run across Suicune yet again, standing out among the waves. Did I miss him? Oh, you got another guy. Oh, it's just one. And it's a Psyduck. And you know, I'm gonna try and Thunder Shock him for the funny. Oh, don't kill me. Thunder Wave, because it'll be funny. Paralyze him. Flaffy, come on, I believe in you. And Flaffy fucking fainted. I'm gonna lose it. Hopefully I have some revives left over. Ad break. Yep, I'm on my own for a minute. Do I have any revives? Yes. Smelling salt. I'm just putting a smelling salt under. There! Why didn't I count then? Okay. So where is it next gonna show up? Escape for the final time to be found outside Bill's house en Route 25. Okay. Yeah, I know where it is, but because I've got the wiki open. Route 25, it's up here. Cerulean City. Bam, 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 bam. And let's heal while we're here. Flaffy is in the lead. Not even Flaffy. Its name is Static. Static's in the lead. We're gonna get up here and we're gonna save. I don't know how close I should be before I hit the save button. Is this in Bill's house right over here? We're gonna save right here. All right, we're gonna try and paralyze this. Oh, he's right here. I'm gonna save again here under the assumption that I'm green, under the assumption that, yep, we're not gonna catch him first try here. I'm gonna have to, yeah. Go ahead, since I met you in the burn tower at Akrutik, I've sort of known that Suicune would choose you. Take a look at it. Suicune is waiting for you. It has been waiting for a battle with a worthy trainer to whom it can entrust itself. Okay, now I get to save. We're saving again, because I know for a fact it's going to be probably a difficult thing. Our goal is to try and paralyze it right away. We're 20 levels lower, so I'm hoping it's not able to... Okay. Paralyze. And it's a water type, so I'm going to try and Thunder Shock it. Oh, okay, so we're down. That's fine. Yes, let's send in Luigi. Hit it with an Aeroblast. And that instantly killed it. God damn. Okay, so we can't Aeroblast it with Luigi. Ow. Thank you for that. I deserve that. Okay, it's not very effective with Gus. Let's do this. I guess we'll go ahead and Thunder Shock for the funny, even though I guess we could Thunder Shock a few times. Maybe it'll stay paralyzed the whole time. Gust, gone. Thunder Shock. Stay paralyzed, please. Please stay paralyzed. Please stay paralyzed. Okay, this is fine. Gonna send Lady Vote in, and we're just gonna try and spam him out because we have how many? 184 Ultra Balls. Look. Look. Look, bud. There's no getting around this. You're paralyzed and you're low health, and I have 180 Ultra Balls. Unless, okay, hang on. Let's revive. Static. Heal him up. Whop him in. And have him Thundershock another time or two. God damn it. Of course then it uses fucking Aurora Beam. Because it's just gotta use Aurora Beam. Good thing I have a shit ton of everything. I can't hit it with anything with Luigi because it'll die instantly. Even if I hit it with like a water type move, I imagine. Because of the 20 level difference. Yep, just keep misting. Just keep misting. Please don't Aurora Beam. Okay, Thundershock. We're gonna Thundershock one more time and hope it doesn't crit. Okay, Aurora Beam doesn't fucking matter. Send Luigi in. Alright, time to spam Ultra Balls on him again. Look, you're gonna have to get caught. It's gonna happen. You're literally on your last legs and you're paralyzed. I don't know what your capture rate is, but you're not killing me and I ain't killing you, so it's just a battle of attrition. I'm thinking back to every other time we've done this with the other legendaries and how I only brought like, what, 5 Pokeballs each time. This time coming in with 180 something. Eugene is like, man, it's gonna take a trainer who is highly skilled and is like actually worthy of catching it, and I just rock up with my 200 damn Pokeballs to just force it. Brute force. Just brute forcing it. I don't have to double hit. I could just keep spamming down here in the bottom left corner. Ah! It's getting close. It's getting there. It's gonna be one of these times. None of your shit is gonna be enough to kill me, bud. Oh my god, I realize this is probably the opposite of what happened when I first tried to fight Red, and I just slowly chipped down the health of his guys afterwards. Like this is what it feels to be on the other end of that. Come on. I got enough of these. My patience is gonna run out long before my giant sack of... There we go. And right when I'm no longer green. There we go. We got Suicune. Give a nickname to Suicune? Yes. Okay, so if Entei is Melty, this guy is... What is this guy? The other guy is Melty. This guy's... I don't want to do Wetty. That sounds terrible. Moist. This guy's Moist. This guy's Moist. And now... You've never seen a battle so intense! I paralyzed him in the first round and threw like 30 fucking Pokeballs at him. Okay. Alright, let's open up the map. Actually, opening up the map doesn't matter. Because now we gotta go through the process of repeatedly flying to one location and hoping... Oh, I suppose we can get Latios over here. Does Latios just do the same thing of just kind of flying around to different locations? If you download the Enigma Stone, you can take the Enigma Stone to the Pure City Gym. You will meet Steam Stone. He will tell you about the Enigma Stone. Give it to an attendant, and it's found to be legendary soul to item. Once you receive one and leave the museum, so you will stop to tell that Latios have arrived angrily. They will send Pewter City, and you can challenge them. They're at level 40. Wait, who did I see on my map then? Is that not Latios? Because that's the other guy. I didn't do the Wi-Fi event. I don't have my magic bean. And Cerebi, also hello Francisco Garcia over on YouTube. Howdy. Welcome. We're listening to music. We're catching not shinies, catching legendaries. Also, hang on. I gotta move Pokemon around because there's no way we're letting Moist sit with the riffraff. Okay, good. It went to box 18. And in fact, we're gonna put the legendaries down here at the bottom of the box. Put the riffraff up here. And we're not just stopping with Electric Dog, whatever its name is, that I forget, or Latios. We're also gonna try and get the legendary birds here too. Okay, so let's Pokegear. So he's over here. He was in this town a minute ago. So we're just gonna repeatedly fly to this town until he's here again. Or was he in that town? No, we're gonna keep flying. Okay, we gotta switch you out for a minute. Gonna keep flying here until Latios comes here. Assuming that's Latios, unless I'm stupid and I just physically can't catch him unless I did that Wi-Fi event. But that's impossible because, you know, Nintendo Wi-Fi is gone. Technically, there are ways to, like, connect to, like, a fan-made Wi-Fi, but I don't... Okay, he's here. So let's save. And let's see if we can find him. Where is he? Oh, hey, Silver Wind. That'll be good for our Ledian. Is he still here? No, he left. Can we even catch this guy? Can you only catch... Hang on. Consulting the walkthrough again because it's the best way to... roaming Pokemon Kanto. I mean, see Vermilion, one of the Eon Pokemon are roaming, we're traveling in a different area, the Pokemon race a different route, also tend to leave from about the price opportunity. Speedy Pokemon that act first with stats and moves like Hypnos are also helpful. Its location is tracked in Pokegear. Okay, no, but Cerebi doesn't say, or the wiki doesn't say anything about needing to do a Wi-Fi event. No, we're gonna fly to this city. The wiki just says you find it like you do all the other roamers. We're just gonna... Actually, we're gonna go to Lavender because it's a smaller town. So if it winds up here, theoretically, it should be faster to reach it. We gotta just sit and do this for a few minutes. Also, I made a mistake. As annoying as it's gonna be, we're gonna swap. Someday we'll do fighting game Fridays is something I kind of thought about doing. Why are you over here? Where we just swap in random fighting games, because now that we're nearly a month away from the Potemkin challenge, I've been itching a little bit to stream Guilty Gear again, especially after seeing, and just play other fighting games live, especially after seeing some of the announcements from Evo. Dude, Mina the Hollower is coming to fucking... Oh. Okay, so it's on the route to my left. It's over here somewhere. No! I don't want to battle you! I could have sworn I've already fought you! Haven't I? Ah! Okay, well, Suicune's probably going to be long gone by now. Anyways, Rivals of Vader fans are eating good. Yeah, I saw Mina the Hollowers is coming to Rivals 2. I saw that supposedly they're going to work on making 2D workshop stuff work in Rivals of Vader 2, which sounds interesting, I think is what I saw. Saw some stuff for... No, I don't want to answer the phone to you. I wanted to check my map. Ah, of course, it's fucking moved. Adios, you son of a bitch. Again, I asked the question that I did back when I was hunting Entei. In what world did Game Freak think this was a fun or interesting way? Okay, so it's above. It's above, apparently. It's somewhere above. Where? Unless it's gone already. It's gone already. Ah, did I misread something on the wiki? I'm checking. Okay. Game data. Game locations. Soulsilver. Roaming Kanto. I'm Googling. Soulsilver. How to catch Latios. I'm not checking the stupid AI overview that popped up because I hate it. Roamers are high-key BS. They are. Right. What I do is fly Saffron, then check the map. If it's one of the adjacent routes, just go there and counter it. If nowhere near you, fly Saffron, repeat until it's close enough. Not bad. To be able to SR it doesn't type very quickly using Cerulean as my base of operations before it pads out. Counter Latios and caught it with my first throw with a great ball. I don't believe that person that said that. All right, so some guy suggested doing Saffron or Cerulean. I will do Saffron and hope for the best. No. Hoping for the best being the key part of this. No, Static. Static, if you could learn Fly, I would intentionally be tapping on you, but you can't fly. Only Luigi can fly. I just keep accidentally tapping the wrong Pokemon. Look, after the roamers, we get to have fun because we're gonna go do. Oh, wait, is he gonna stay there? Do I save? Nah, fuck it. Let's just go in. Oh, really? Really? Because I gotta go over and pause the music, and I hope that he didn't move in that time. No, he didn't. Out of my way, little girl. Think he's still here? Somewhere. He's here somewhere. Where? Where is he? He's still here somewhere, but I don't see him. Oh, he moved! Ah! Hate this thing. What the fuck was I saying? After we're done with this grueling task, we're going to... we're gonna... Oh, fuck, brain, come on, to help me out here. We're gonna go after the legendaries that are stationary, but I want to get these ones out of the way first. Because they're gonna eat up a lot of the time, I imagine. And I'd rather just get them done now. We're doing this guy, and we're gonna do the electric dog. Then we're gonna go get, not Groudon, whatever the blue one, Kyogre. That's why I always forget its name, because Groudon's easy, it's Groudon. But Kyogre, it's like, what? That's not a word. And I know a lot of Pokemon aren't words. Like Groudon, that's easy to remember, because ground. I don't know, Kyogre, never one I can. Rayquaza is also not a word, but like that's hard to forget. Rayquaza. I've heard it pronounced both ways. I'm not gonna Google because I'm gonna just trust that Rayquaza is how it's said, because I'm right. I'm always right, and Rayquaza just sounds cooler. You get that alliteration with the Ray and the Quay. Rayquaza or Rayquaza or whatever, Rayquaza or whatever. You don't get it. You don't get that alliteration. Alliteration's great, people. Latios, please come to Saffron City. I want to catch you. Not to fill up my Pokédex, but oh, all right. So supposedly on this route up above, I don't know where, but just supposedly somewhere on this route above, and it makes it frustrating because it's not like there's a lot of area where else it could be, and it's gone now. Maybe it'll be better if we do fly to Cerulean over and over and over, because that was one the other guy said to try. Okay, so he's to the right apparently. Heike hates Cerulean and how it's laid out. At least when you want to fly to and from it and everything. No! I fought you. I know for a fact I fought you because I hunted over here. Ah! Kill Game Freak. Kill them all. Mad Piano. Hi, Mad Piano. Actually, wait, what does Conspore do again? Reducing speed. I mean, I guess that could be good. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you, even though it doesn't matter. Keep battling. I don't care if it's a Raichu. Hit it with extra sensory. Bam, 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 bam. Melt its brain. Get me out of this battle so I can see that Latios is gone, because of course he is. He's not even anywhere near me this time. Look, I'm not a fan of the legendary Pokemon that are like, oh, you gotta go to Toys R Us at 4 in the morning or whatever. But that's a little more consistent. The fucking roaming Pokemon are shit. I'm not gonna do Cerulean anymore. I'm gonna do Saffron. Cerulean is such an ass to navigate around the town. I'd rather just do Saffron, which is a little more straightforward. I think I was talking about fighting game Friday. It was an idea I kind of thought about. Not sure how hardcore I'm gonna go for it. Just because it'd be kind of silly, methinks. Oh, I know. I feel like the game is actually fucking with me. I know for a fact I fought this guy because he had a Grimer. I don't remember his second, but he had a Grimer because he had his little robot. I feel like the game is genuinely just fucking with me now. And I've already fought him. Ugh. Anyways, fighting game Friday wouldn't be this Friday. Yeah, words. Because I, for some reason, have the idea I want to remember what the fuck I was saying. I want to play Hitman this Friday. It's one of those games that, like, I was looking through my Steam library and I happened to see, oh yeah, I have Hitman. I should play that because I suck at stealth games and I think it'd be funny to watch me flounder. And I've only played like a collective like 2 hours maybe in that game. And most of it is just kind of walking around trying to figure out what I'm doing. But I feel like with chat watching me and making fun of me, that could make for some funny stuff, folks. Funny stuff. Is it still here? It moved to the left? How? How did it get away from me? Oh no! They're threateners! Wow, you exploded. Good job, idiot. And it crit. I hate everything. Luigi, get in here. Kill this thing before it can explode, please. Before I walk up and see the second obnoxious biker. Okay, so now it's on the right somewhere. Where is... Oh, wait. That's right. Roaming Pokemon are in the grass. I'm stupid. I was thinking along the lines of Suicune. No, you're a Pidgeot. Why can't I escape? It's a Pidgeot. God. Is it still here? Okay, so we gotta put someone in the lead who can instantly fry. Maybe I shouldn't have done this. Oh, hi, Mouth. Fuck it, let's go ahead and try and catch you. You're cool. I know I said I wasn't worried about completing the Pokédex, but like, we're here. Also, why would I bother swapping anyone in? And he's on a different route now. And I'm in pain now, and I play back my funny playlist. I'm gonna get a drink of water now before I fly again. Because I'm thirsty. Don't let me forget, chat, to go back to the daycare to go check on the 2 starters that we put in there. When we're all done chasing legendaries around the map. Oh, okay, it's to the left. It's to the left now. Where's some grass? Smash Dream Extreme sounds fire. Oh, he's here. Okay, are we faster than him? Ah, god damn it, we're not faster. Okay. Smash Dream Extreme sounds fire, not gonna lie. There's even an emulator with rollback that supports it now. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, do we have anyone else we can send in instead? Because Flaffy's not oh, wait, I'm stupid. We got you, who has... This attack cannot be evaded. We also have this, which has a chance of paralyze. As long as we save right before we do it, and there's no way you're not faster than it. Level 68 and everything. Not talking to you, Jamie. Jimmy! Come on, Jimmy! It beamed into my fucking brain. I was, are we gonna save state again? We're not gonna save state, I'm just gonna normal save. I started to say something right before all this, before I encountered the Latios, and I genuinely, that like, fleeing fucked up my brain, and I don't remember what I was starting to say, or where I was going with any of it. And my wonderful cat Gizmo is feeling the need to try and climb up on my chair and climb on my back. Please get off. Please, I love you, but you're not a parrot. Get down, please. I can't be mad. You got funny Tomodachi Life jazz playing. It's like, it's physically impossible to get upset. Okay. So we're gonna save real quick. Hopefully he doesn't go away mid-save. He's still here. So let's run. Okay. There he is. We're definitely faster than him. So Thunder. Okay. He's so low. I'm gonna save again. We didn't paralyze him. But this might be where we start to save scum a little. So we're gonna do the same strategy, and right before we hop into the grass, or like right as we're hopping to the grass, maybe we'll pop a save state. And we'll just load and try and catch him there. I really would have liked to have... Oh. Okay. He's above. As above, so below. And as the saying goes. So we're going to double check. Is he still here? No, of course not. Because, you know, it took me time to walk here. He got bored. He didn't want to wait around for me. Fair. Completely fair. I wouldn't want to wait around. I wouldn't do that. Old-timey prospector. Fucking. Yee-haw! The guy from King of the Hill, who Boomhauser, who's just like, that's how I feel sometimes. My brain is so good, it's smart and it's fast, but sometimes it's too fast for my mouth, and my mouth can't keep up, and that's why I stumble. It's not because I'm stupid, it's that my brain is literally processing information at a speed at which my mouth can't keep up with. Or the rest of my body, for that instance. That's why I'm stupid wizard. I'm just that smart that I seem stupid. There you go. That's lore. That's the reason. I'm not just rambling to fill out time because I want to find this Latios and put it on a spit roast. I don't even want this Pokemon specifically. I just want to do it to say I do it. So I can show off to no one. Because this isn't like a physical copy. This is making me realize it's not as cool as I think it's gonna be to catch this guy, because it's not like this is back in the 2000s and I can go to school or I can go and show my brother like on my DS versus his DS like, hey look, I caught him, and I bet you don't have a mass hat. Honestly, maybe that's truly why I never vied with Pokemon too much. since I didn't grow up playing them, and especially since I didn't grow up playing them like with my brother, I feel like genuinely, if I'd grown up playing these alongside my brother playing them on like his own handheld, I would have had a much bigger fascination, because we would have traded Pokemon and shit. We could have like had like the opposite like starters and all that, and have the different versions. But since I didn't and he didn't, and he broke free, I control time, motherfucker. It's only a matter of time before I catch you. No, wait, no, we want a load state. Unless, of course, this save state is broken and there's physically no way for me to catch him. Wait. Oh, nope, nope. It's not set in stone. The universe is not set in stone. It's not set in Steven Stone. Because sometimes he'll pop out instantly, sometimes he shakes around some. So let's just roam around in the different parts of the grass and try and see if there's somewhere where he'll like always pop out instantly. Not pop out instantly. I mean, if there's a spot where I can just catch him. Beep, beep, boop, beep, boop, boop, boop. Oh, that one's close. Boo, doo, 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 doo. You know, when I eventually play Deltarune and hear this song in the game, I'm gonna lose it because I've heard this song through memes and shit for so long. It's a very good song. I also have the insane suggestion that I'm like pretty sure you can hear the Metal Mario like leitmotif in it, in the bam 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 parts, because that just straight up sounds like the Metal Mario theme from Mario 64. And whenever I brought it up, I sound like a crazy person, but like it's a true. I've listened to them side by side. I'm like, it's the same thing. Beep, beep. That's just Metal Mario, and I feel like I'm the only person who ever picks up on it or has pointed it out ever. I've never seen anyone else point it out ever, and when I've tried Googling it, I've not like come across anyone else saying, oh yeah, no, I hear it. Just Wiz and his crazy conspiracy. Metal Mario is gonna be the secret boss of Deltarune Chapter 6. I can't say Chapter 5 anymore because Chapter 5 is actually real now. Deltarune yesterday and all that shit. Ugh. Evil ass music. Oh wait. We're not at it yet. We're not at the part. Boom. We're almost at my favorite part. Ba-dum. 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 It's a good thing this song's come on because I can go insane by singing my favorite part. Is this the song I'm thinking? I think this is the part that I'm thinking of. Homer, Maggie, Bart. We're not at it yet. Be when my towers are crumbling. That's I don't. What tower in Deltarune? No, don't tell me. I've stayed mostly unspoiled this long. Homer, Maggie, Bart, Homer, Maggie, Bart, Marge, Homer, Maggie, Bart, Homer, Maggie, Bart, Lisa, Homer, Maggie, Bart, Lenny, and Carl, Homer, Maggie, Bart, Homer, Maggie, Bart, Homer, Maggie, Bart, Marge, Homer, Maggie, Bart, Homer, Maggie, Bart, Lisa, Homer, Maggie, Bart, Lenny, and Carl. Marge, Homer, Maggie, Bart, Homer, Maggie, Bart, Lisa, Homer, Maggie, Bart, Lenny, and Carl. Homer, Maggie, Bart, Homer, Maggie, Bart, Lisa, Lenny, and Carl. Homer Simpson, 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 Homer Simpson. Like the singer's getting all tearing up at the Homer Simpson. Subscriber milestone. I'll recreate that video. I don't know what milestone, what follower. I'll recreate it live at, I don't want to say 100 followers because that's like close. I want it to be like a big 250 followers. I recreate the fucking Homering Simpson, the crumbling tower, but with mind voice as someone who has not played Deltarune yet and also is not particularly a fan of Simpsons. I don't dislike Simpsons. Oh god, I thought I took you out of my playlist. Gotta take you out. I'm sorry, Jack the Funk. You're a very good song. But YouTube hates it. Part of me almost wonders if it's gonna be worthwhile to get. No, even if we get Hypnos, he's not gonna be a high enough level to like go faster against this guy. If I had a way to teach Cool Gamer Thundershock so that I could instantly paralyze, that'd be great. That's not an option I have here. Almost had it. You know, hang on. The wiki shows, like, let's see. Trapping abilities. Are there any trapping abilities I can even use? Shadow Tag. Signature ability of Wobbuffet. Do we go catch a Wobbuffet and then go after him to make sure he can't flee? Because Arena Trap, Pokemon with Arena Trap. Well, I don't think that's gonna help because it's not a grounded Pokemon. Or Magnet Pool. Pokemon with Magnet Pool. Magnemite and Magneton. Oh, the sun's coming out. Hang on. Before I see anything, have I caught a Wobbuffet already? Search name W. Start the search. I've seen, but I'm not caught a Wobbuffet. I saw him in the cave that had fucking Mewtwo, and I don't feel like going back there and hunting for one. I feel like I'm just gonna keep gambling with catching one right here, right now, for at least a bit. Oh, but it could be something good to get for later on when we go for the last guy. It's not like it's gonna be. Fuck. Okay. Alright. Where's that cave at again? Hang on, I'm checking Bulbapedia. Game location in Soulsilver, Cerulean Cave. Is that the cave with a Mewtwo? We're gonna go try and catch a Wobbuffet real quick. Cerulean Cave should presumably be in Cerulean. We'll catch a Wobbuffet. Hopefully it'll have Shadow Tag. We'll confirm that by, you know, trying to escape and seeing if it's like, you can't escape, idiot. I can't surf here, that's right. I gotta... Where do I go to surf again? I hate this city. I hate it. Yes, surf. Okay. I'm not gonna worry about repelling because I'll definitely be able to escape anything that's here. Because I'm level 68. If I encounter anything I can't escape from, I've got a creepypasta copy of Soulsilver, and I need to... Well, it's not a physical copy. How do you kill a... If you have a haunted Pokemon ROM, how do you kill it? Can you just delete it? Can you just delete fucking like Sonic.exe? I don't know enough about EXE lore or anything to know. Does that work? Can I just stick Bonzi Buddy on him? Do we have anyone familiar enough with Sonic.exe to weigh in on this? Wait. Okay, so that guy didn't have Magnet Pull because we could escape easily. He also didn't. I have a friend and she's very intimately into EXE lore. Like she knows her shit. Dude, what floor do we find Wobbuffet on? Can we find him on floor 1? No, that's Gen 1. I need Gen 4, first floor. 5% chance. I felt like we encountered a lot of them back when we were here. Maybe I'm just lucky in that regard. So we're looking for a Wobbuffet. Come on. You're a Golbat. You're an Electrode. It's gonna be here somewhere. We're gonna get a Wobbuffet with shadow tag so that he can't just escape immediately. And then try and maybe even whittle him down more with Wobbuffet and try and get him. Oh, Persian. Can I just catch you with an Ultra Ball right away? No, of course not. Yeah, we'll just run. I don't care that much. Another Electrode. How rare is a Persian comparatively? 4% chance. Only at night. Great. Great job, Wiz. Great luck. You found the 4% chance. Where are you looking for the 5% chance Pokemon? Machoke. Machoke on my nuts. Perhaps. Parasect. How about a Parasect my nuts, perhaps? We're only an hour and 20 in, and I am so tired. Where is Wobbuffet? I encountered like 20 of these guys back when I was just trying to roam the halls to find Mewtwo. And I can't find a single goddamn one just like when I want to go on my way to find one. Because I remember I got scared every time I encountered one because it's like, oh wow, that's level 40 and I can't escape. Like, I can still take care of it, but that's still kind of scary. Hang on, depending on who this is. I'm gonna get a drink of water because I'm tired and hot and thirsty. Bum 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 ba ba da ba ba da ba 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 da ba ba ba. Hi Ditto, you're cool to see. You're cool, but I'm not gonna grab you. Also, how have my eggs not hatched this whole time? Running around doing shit. Where are my eggs? Where are they at? So many Magnetons. I don't want a Magneton. I want a Wobbuffet. Where is he? I could have come across Latios so many times, I even caught it by now. I'm gonna double check. Am I reading this right? We're coming across everyone else, it would appear. Yeah, we're coming across everyone else. This is the right area. We're just not hitting that 5%, and yet we've come across a couple Persians who are 4% at night. Oh, did we hit a third one? This is why I could never go through with filling up a Pokédex. Not only because it's kind of boring, especially if you try and do it live. Maybe I'll do it casually. Maybe off stream. Another one. Maybe off stream, and then next month, in August, when we play whatever next Pokemon game at the start, I'll be like, look, fuckers, throughout the course of July off stream, I filled up my Soulsilver Pokédex legit. Which means I'm gonna have to figure out trading, because I tried to earlier today. I wanted to do it as a cool thing to be like, okay, not only are we getting the 2 starters that, hello again Persian, the 2 starters that the professors give you and everything, or that Steven give you. I was gonna try and figure out trading, see if I could figure out how to trade the grass guy from this generation over. But I can figure it out, because trying to emulate Wi-Fi for trading in the modern day, it's not as easy as you'd think. Hello, Donkey Kong. Hello, Conky Dong. Where the hell is Wobbuffet? I just want a single fucking Wobbuffet. Where else? Where else does Wobbuffet spawn? Is there someone with a higher chance? Hang on, we're taking a second and looking. Game locations. Soulsilver. Safari Zone at night. Doesn't really help. Dark Cave, Blackthorn side. What are the odds? 15% on Route 45. You know what? That's much higher chance than here. Where the fuck is Dark Cave? Route 45. Is that over in this region? I think it is. Fuck, okay. So we're gonna... A little bit of a fetch quest. But if we can get a Wobbuffet, he should have Shadow Tag. But then that means we gotta figure out how to get up there. Can we get up there from New Bark Town? I don't remember. I goddamn hope we can. Okay, Melty, cut it. I think you gotta do it from Blackthorn. It's fine. It's fine. I'll get here. I'll start walking down. We'll avoid the grass where we can, and if not, I got some max repels, and I'll just walk it off. Too far. Oh, it's right there. It's on Route 45 side. So I assumed it went down there. Okay, so hang on. It's somewhere up here. Okay. Well, now I gotta walk off the max repel. God damn it, if I knew it was right here. Fine, it's walking for my guys down in the daycare. Repel wore off. 15% chance for Wobbuffet. 3 times the chance. Wait, what time of day? At any time of the day, it appears. You're a Graveler. You're not who we're looking for. You need a Wobbuffet, and they need to have Shadow Tag. Just so we can keep Latios in a little bit longer. Maybe even land 1 or 2 hits. Does Shadow Tag persist? I guess I'll ask while I hunt for a Wobbuffet here. If I swap Wobbuffet out for a different Pokemon, will Shadow Tag still be in effect? Or is it only when Wobbuffet's out? Nope. Okay. Then it's not going to be that much more helpful, I guess. Where the hell's the Wobbuffet? Have I been lied to? Hang on. Geodude, Graveler, Golbat. No, they're all here. Where the fuck is Wobbuffet? It's 15. That's not that... Golbat's only 5%. What is with this game and being like anal about not letting me find a Wobbuffet? This game, I legitimately believe, maybe not haunted in the traditional creepypasta sense. Soulsilver is alive and hates me. It knows what I want. It knows I have the thing that says these are the odds of finding this Pokemon. And it's just gonna refuse. It's gonna give me a Pokemon I don't want or ever need. Like Golbat. No living person has ever said, man, I could really go for a Golbat. I guarantee you. I'm kind of confident. I feel like I'm confident saying I feel like Golbat is not anyone's specific favorite Pokemon. Like even general. There you are! Can I escape? All right. So I gotta kill you without killing you. We're going back to just playing the odds with loading state. I'm not fucking with a shadow tag. I'd rather just game the odds and hope that I can. Because even if I get someone with shadow tag, they're gonna be probably too low level. The only one that I would want is maybe one from Cerulean Cave, because then it'd be level 40 and at least has a chance to do something. I'm gonna do this a little bit more, and then we're going back to Cerulean Cave. We're gonna try again. You know how it is when you're looking for something in particular, you can't seem to find it, and while you're not looking for it, you find 50 times over. It's especially so with Pokemon. Even last week when I was dicking around with trying to fill up the Pokédex, it was like I encounter X guy all the time normally. Where is he now? What do you gain roaming around, Latios? I think Wobbuffet is only in the lower floors, Cerulean Cave. No, I checked the wiki. It says floor 1 on the same floor with Parasect and Persian and Magneton and Ditto and Golbat. It says it's on this floor. Let me double check. You can find Wobbuffet also on floor 2, but it's also a 5% chance, so it does me it doesn't do me any better. So we're just gonna try this for a bit, then we're going back to Cerulean. We're getting back in the car, we're going to GameStop, and we're buying Yahtzee on Xbox 360. Fuck if I care. I could go for Yahtzee on the 360. I'd rather do that than this shit. Using a big ball and throwing small ball. We're going to Cerulean. Actually, we're gonna give it one more try. Then we're going to Cerulean Cave. We're gonna find a Wobbuffet. And we're gonna sit here and ramble and rant, but we look wrong. Oh no, he broke free. Who the fuck cares? Cerulean Cave time. Get me in here. Can my playlist please go? Thank you. Water is blue. Sure. Sure is, bud. Was thinking the exact same thing. Aren't we all excited for tomorrow night when I'm gonna lock myself to this chair for 6 hours until I either find a shiny Ledian or I piss my pants? Whichever comes first. Where is Wobbuffet? I should also look up tomorrow. I meant to do it today and forgot because I was stressed out thinking about the weather and trying to watch radar since I said in the Discord. I think I'm still in a tornado watch. I think there is still. Oh, my phone gave a weather alert. Lightning detected. Lightning detected. I'm gonna low-key check my local weather quick before we continue on this, because the last thing I would want is to be interrupted by a big scary storm. Tornado watch until 10 p.m. Yep. What does radar look like? There's a bit of nastiness coming, but it's not gonna be until like when I'm done streaming at the very least, so I'm gonna have to watch my phone. I'm gonna put my phone up where I can like see it easier. So if it starts, I have it when I'm live. I obviously keep my phone like completely muted and locked and everything, because I don't want people to call me or to try and message me when I'm streaming. Not a lot of people do, but I don't want it to be interrupted by that. But that makes this time of the year kind of dangerous for me, because if if my phone starts to give off hey, look for shelter, you're gonna die alert, I don't know if that breaks through when I have it muted. Because typically, if I'm that worried about like dangerous weather the night of stream, I typically just cancel stream. We had to do that a lot last year. I remember for a fact last year, like, oh, thank God there's a Wobbuffet. Do you know Shadow Tag? You know Shadow Tag. Please don't die instantly. Okay, cool. You don't die instantly if I swift. We're gonna swift a couple times. Safeguard, I don't care. Please get in the Ultra Ball. Please get in the goddamn Ultra Ball. Thank you. We'll go and swap you out with someone. Probably just swap you out with Cool Gamer because, sorry, we don't really need you anymore. All right. Anyways, that's what I was saying. Last year, I believe like half the streams ended up getting canceled in one way or another because every other night it would be a case of, wow, the weather is looking like shit, and I would very much not want to risk being live and having to risk just like immediately telling chat, hey, sorry, a tornado's about to fall on my house. I gotta go. All right. Back to the... Okay. Wait. Have the stars aligned. He's still here. Save state. Let's catch this motherfucker. Where is he? Where is he? No! No, you're not him! Did he fly away? Did he fucking fly away immediately? If I take a few steps, is he gone? No, he's still here. I'm just getting unlucky. Okay, hang on. No, we need Wobbuffet in the lead. What? Wait, no! God damn it! I actually undid save state because for some fucking reason, and I hate RetroArch for this so much, it took where my mouse was as to hover the cursor over, even though I don't ever use my fucking mouse. Fuck it, we'll try this a few more times. I'm so mad. I should see if Melon DS has just native retro achievement support. Then I'm not using RetroArch anymore. RetroArch is such a... Y'all gotta know, RetroArch is such a piece of shit software. Its menus are horrible to navigate. Its incessant inconsistency on controller input is terrible. The fact that if I barely move my mouse at all over its menus, it can fuck everything up, even though I was previously using a controller. It's just terrible, and the only reason I started using it is because I'm pretty sure there's no way to do retro achievements for DS games before, and I don't even think I have achievements turned on because I'm using save states a whole bunch. So retro achievements is automatically like turned off for a bit, but it's the point of I like retro achievements. I've talked about it before. Retro achievements is such a fun fucking website. Is there any way I can undo load state? No, there's no way to redo. Why is that even an option? Why is that an option? And why isn't there more of a, hey, you sure you want to do this type thing? I've thought about making a video talking about retro achievements, but I don't really know what to talk about. That's the worst part. I constantly get ideas for videos of like, I should talk about this thing I really like. And then I don't know what to specifically talk about with it. It sucks, because I want to be able to share my thoughts on a lot of things. And I tried that with Die in the Dungeon with the games you should try. But that video flopped harder than my ass when I go to bed tonight. And I don't know if I'm going to try, or if I do more games you should try, if I shouldn't do them unscripted, because I think that's what kind of killed it. Or it could be because no one cared about Die in the Dungeon, which is fair. Not fair, I hope people would care about that game because it's a cool indie game. Thought it was gonna catch that time. I'm just gonna gamble with this save state. I don't care anymore. Fuck Wobbuffet. It was also making things hard because it was low enough level that I was encountering things that weren't Latios, so who needs them? So many Retro Achievements videos out there, I don't know what could be said that probably hasn't been said already. The only idea that I've had for one that would be like unique to this channel would be a whole video where I take some of the more iconic games related to the channel that have like Retro Achievement pages and try to complete them. Because the only games I have complete on Retro Achievements is I have Donkey Kong on the Atari, because that just sounded funny. I wanted to just do that on my own, like unrelated to any videos or streams. But I also have the fucking Mario's early years because I wanted to make a joke when I played it that it's super easy to complete on Retro Achievements, and it is. And I started like thinking about games I could do for it, and at the time, a specific game that is very associated with the channel, or at least I like to think it is, I associate with it. It's the evil scary game Urban Yeti. At the time, it didn't have a Retro Achievements page, but recently, as of like, I think it was a month ago, about a month ago, it got a Retro Achievements page. There's a page to get achievements for Urban Yeti, and there's been a small part of me that's been like, here's the deal with Urban Yeti. I meme on that game. I hate that game. I do unironically think it's one of the worst games I've played. But I also kind of think the cliche of the worst game on channel can be overdone and can be a little cheesy because, you know, the common thing is like, well, just don't play it. You know, you gotta reference and do it sparingly, otherwise it gets old hat and boring. I don't think I've referenced Urban Yeti in a video anytime recently, so I feel like I could get away with doing a video where I just full complete Urban Yeti, and you know, it'll be kind of an excuse. Anyways, ad break. I'll keep ranting. It'll kind of be an excuse to like reevaluate the game. Maybe my thoughts have changed after playing much worse games. You know, like genuinely looking back on Urban Yeti, as much as I hated it, and as much as I've dedicated 1.5 videos to it, the entire video itself, and like a good portion of the fucking cave barn video. Also, I'm gonna get a drink of water. I think if I had to like sit down, I could name multiple games worse than it. If I look on that tier list, I have that entire tier that's Urban Yeti and Friends. They're all games, like anything that's below Urban Yeti on that tier list are games that I genuinely think are worse. I think I put Crash Bash down there, but like I was talking about the other night when I was playing Mind Over Mutant, I've kind of reevaluated Crash Bash a little bit. Crash Bash is bad. I'm not going to rewrite history and say Crash Bash isn't a bad game, but I've recently kind of reevaluated Crash Bash a little bit and thought, okay, in the context of if I had some friends over and I had all the mini games, I'm like, hello, cool gamer. I kept ranting. I'll get back to where I was. Part of me wants to do a video, sick and twisted evil part of me wants to do a video where I full complete Urban Yeti to use it as an excuse to kind of reevaluate the game and determine, is it as bad as I initially said it was? Because I know I just said the cliche of, oh, the YouTuber's least favorite game and it's evil and everything. It's not like I've ran the cliche into the ground like some other YouTubers have. It's not like I've done a shitty thing where I'm a giant green screen battle against it, or it's not like I've introduced an evil version of Wizard that's gonna force me to play the game, you know, like those old, I kind of like those old tropes from like a nostalgic, I used to watch Peanut Butter Gamer and like old school Cat Icarus vibe and like Brutal Moose and stuff, but I also don't want to do those tropes because it's like they're memed on for a reason, but at the same time, like, genuinely thinking to how I've treated Urban Yeti on the channel, it has become a joke, but it's usually like outside of streams where I will go off on it a bit. In videos, it's usually just passing reference and like, yeah, the game sucks. It's been kept to a couple of... Exactly. I did the entire video dedicated to the game where I trashed it. I dedicated a good portion of the Cave Barn retrospective on it, and even gave it a big old evil villain speech where I basically condemned it to hell and said that if it were my choice, I would track down every copy of the game. And what was my whole... I had a whole ass villain speech at the end of that video, and I put my heart and soul into that speech. Like, it was probably the most dramatic reading of any script I think I've done on the channel, because the context of the video was that I was in prison because of the Scooby-Doo video prior, and part of me was like, I don't care if I rot in prison forever because Urban Yeti's gonna die with me, because I'm the only person on the entire internet who cares enough about this game. Not in a good way, but I'm the sole keeper of like any actual care for Urban Yeti. And the reason why I've been very sparing about referencing it is like, I feel like I topped it there. Because in between those two videos, I referenced it a couple times in videos where I like talk about how it's my sworn enemy. It was in the Ring Racers video. Sole advocate for Roddy in hell. Exactly. Yeah. It was something along the lines of me saying, like, no, I'm remembering now. It was because I went on a rabbit hole trying to figure out who currently holds the IP, who currently holds the copyright over Urban Yeti. And the rant started with me claiming, fuck it, I own Urban Yeti. I went through the trouble of trying to figure this shit out. I'm the one who knows the history. I'm the keeper of this cursed knowledge, and it's gonna die with me. That was my whole logic with it, and I still kind of stand by that. I think I'm the only person on the internet who would willingly say, yes, I want to... if I could legally get through it, and assuming it didn't cost a lot of money, I would go through whatever legal hoops I would need to legally own Urban Yeti just to really bring the bit together. And the point is, the only reason I'm kind of hesitant on doing a video where I full completed and reevaluate the game is I worry it's going to kind of diminish that, because ever since that like big villain monologue and like whole the day it dies with me line is like, it's going to diminish that. Because in between then I reference it like in the Ring Racers video. I was like, I added my mortal enemy Urban Yeti, and that was it. It was a throwaway little line. Or on stream I brought it up, or it's become the punching bag of the bottom of my tier list where I say Urban Yeti and friends. That's the only reason I'm kind of hesitant. Other games, other actual good games that I would want to try and full complete for that video would be Barnyard. I started going through completing it, and then I remembered that game is fucking huge. So in a game that's supposedly that bad, I would probably like to distance myself from it. It's the balancing act I want to do, because on one hand, it is bad, and I don't want to play it, or if I made it rather. Oh, no. Oh God. So I'm gonna assume you haven't seen the Cave Barn video. I could be wrong. I don't want to assume, but like, it's the crazy thing of like, Tony Gold's still out there. The guy who made Cave Barn, he's still out there. He does advertising, and like, I think I found sometime after the video came out, I think he started doing some weird AI shit involving fucking that one fireman game, the Dueling Fireman, that never came out. He started doing like a weird AI comic book thing with it, and I was like, ooh. Obviously that's information that came out after the video, so I can't like addendum add on to it. I think I made like a Twitter post about it, because that was back when I was still on Twitter. I made like a bit of a thread that was like, addendum to this, like, recent development. I still find the craziest like coincidence in that entire fucking video was the timing of me making the video on Urban Yeti and the copyright expiring or like being renewed or whatever around the same time, like right when I made the video on the game. like I summoned it back into the universe. The original track I was on of like, I don't want to overuse the joke, but it's also a game that's like unique to the channel, because legitimately I feel like I'm the only person who even knows about Urban Yeti, like aside from viewers of the streams who know it because I talk about the game. I think the only other like notable videos is I think Game Grumps played it once like a long time ago, but I didn't watch their video because I've very much grown out of Game Grumps. But like, Urban Yeti is also just fascinating to talk about. I'm gonna be real, it's bad, but it's like, it's an interesting bad. It's a dissectable bag. It's dissectable where you can take it apart and be like, this is why this doesn't work for reasons XYZ. It's not fucking Crash Boom Bang where I can show you the box art and you're like, yeah, that sucks. We can all agree it sucks. There's no reason to, there's no deeper suckage to it. It sucks. We all know it sucks. That's about it. But Urban Yeti, there's layers to talking about it, and it's weird history and the devs behind it. I guess the other problem with doing the retro achievements video is a lot of games that are kind of like, you know, related to the channel would be hard. You know, like Ring Racers doesn't really have a retro achievements page, and there's no way I'm gonna get all the trophies in that game because that sounds way too hard. And it's like the Crash games, well, I already did like 100%ing 2, 3, and CTR. I don't really want to do the achievements because a lot of the achievements are shit like do the platinum time but even better and stuff like that, or beat this level without dying. It's like, that's not fun, that's not enjoyable. I do enjoy talking about games that are bad but have layers. Exactly. That's why it's also hard for me to find games to talk about on the channel, because it either has to be good and deep enough for me to talk about it, or it has to be bad enough. The amount of games that I've got recorded that I've started to record to make a video on because I was like, oh, this seems like it could be neat, and then I play them and it's like, there's nothing here to dissect. Case in point, what's a good example? A couple weeks back, I wanted to do a video on Codename Kids Next Door for GameCube because I was like, I don't know, that feels like it'll be on the same route as like the movie games I talk about, or Open Season on GameCube, you know, shit like that. And I played it for like an hour and it's like, this is the most nothing, like, it's not even bad, it's just, it's kind of a nothing game. And it kind of sucks because art style wise, it's actually weirdly authentic. They got all the voice cast from the show, so I was like, okay, maybe this will be a bit of a train wreck. No, it's whatever. It's whatever. And that's like the worst experience, when it's like, okay, I want to talk about this game because maybe it'll be interesting, and I play it and there's nothing to talk about. And it really sucks because I've gone on about how I'm gonna live forever. I don't plan on ever dying, so eventually I'm going to play every game and have an opinion on every game, but there are so many games that are hard for me to form any kind of opinion on. And it also just adds on to the issue of it's hard for making videos, because then it's like, okay, I plan on making a video on this game, so I should record this much footage and do this, and then I play the game, and it's like, well, I gotta scrap that idea because the game was not interesting enough. Luckily, that has not been the issue with Captain Wayne. I'm almost done with the game. I think I'm on like the last level. I haven't got around to playing it in the past couple of days because I've been working on some other shit for like non-YouTube projects, and I've been really enjoying it. I think I brought up earlier about it has been making me want to play more arena shooter type games, more like boomer shooter type stuff, because I'm not as familiar with those as I should be. Like, I've played 8-bit deathmatch. I'm an American. I've played the original Doom, you know. We've all played the OG Doom, but I never got super far in it. I think what doesn't help, and I continue to show my very questionable childhood of what games I used to play. Growing up, I didn't play much Doom because in my household when I was a kid, any kind of shooting game was banned. Like, because my mom was so hardcore about like, it was the early 2000s. My mom was like, no, we can't poison his mind with violence, you know. Very few fighting games were allowed. Like Mortal Kombat was hardcore banned in the household. She was okay with Street Fighter because it was a bit more cartoony and like more removed from reality. Let me pause. What is this? Is this a hat in time? Ah, yeah, it's a hat time. Bum, bum, ba, ba, da, ba, da, bum, bum, bum. That is a game I should also play on stream sometime. Maybe that's gonna. I've been stuck on trying to figure out next month's monthly game once we're out of Pokemon Soulsilver legend catching Pokemon Hell. And I've been kind of gravitating towards either Fallout New Vegas because it's one of my favorite games of all time, and I have a bit of a hankering to play it again. But I fear since it's a mature rated game, YouTube and Twitch would kill those streams. Like back when I tried to stream Fallout 4, and those had a far like less reach, far less. That's not grammatically right, but I can't think of the right term. They had far fewer reach than like normal streams do anyways, and my normal streams already don't have too big of a reach. But I've also been thinking about just playing like an old school 3D platformer that I've never played before, despite the fact that we're getting ready to start a series of Spyro playthroughs once we're done with Crash. It's about time. And I kind of want to make next month's monthly game be fucking Battle for Bikini Bottom, because I never played that. I've never played it myself. I didn't grow up with it. I did have some SpongeBob games growing up. I had mostly PC games. I did like Employee of the Month and Nighty Nightmare on PC. The only SpongeBob console game I had growing up, like before I was able to really pick out my own, was Atlantis SquarePantis on Wii. And it's one of those games that I have very fond memories of. I do. But I know for a fact, if I went back and played it, I would be like, this shit sucks. And it probably does. I mostly grew up with DS SpongeBob games. I didn't have a single DS SpongeBob game, surprisingly. God, I wish I could find. I've kept like most of my Wii games that I grew up on, and part of me wants, I don't know if it would be a video or a stream or what it would be. I want to catalog all the old Wii games I played growing up and try and dissect how the hell did I grow up to enjoy video games when most of it was like, it's so many shovelware. It's so much shovelware because I had very little say in what games I had growing up. Heard good things about Atlantis SquarePantis DS. I've heard some good things too. I heard it was a 3D platformer, which, you know, aside from Nintendo, that was rare to see on the DS. Atlantis SquarePantis on Wii, though, I remember enjoying the like top-down puzzle platformer sections. I like the tanks sections. That was kind of cool. Most of the game's a blur. I remember hating the rhythm game section. Unusual stuff to see on DS. The DS is such a cool. Oh wait, I did technically have a SpongeBob game. I had Nicktoons Unite on DS, and I remember I got stuck early on at Vlad's castle because I was so scared. There was a stealth section, and you get jump scared by like these green ghost monsters if you fail it. And I'm pretty sure that game not only instilled my general lack of skill for stealth games, but also instilled my hatred for jump scares. Probably. I'm gonna go to a therapist and they're gonna be like, so where did it all begin? I was like, Vlad's Castle on Nicktoons Unite for the Nintendo DS. All my problems trace back to that. Latios, you gotta get caught eventually. I've had enough time to sit here and rant about Urban Yeti and SpongeBob games. I almost feel like I gotta go find if I have a Pokemon in... No, if I swap and get a different Pokemon, I won't find Latios. That was the issue with Wobbuffet. I was gonna say I need to get someone who can quick attack and just like lower Latios down a little. Do I have anyone high level? You know what? Hang on. I'll save state and load if I don't. Do I have anyone in here who's relatively high leveled enough to run into Latios only, but has quick attack? I feel like maybe the only one who would be like, not you. Be like one of my birds back in here. Maybe you? Do you have quick attack? You might. You do. You could be good to have in here. You might not be high enough level, though. I'm not going to save state again. We're just going to repeatedly fly and try and come across. It's still over here to the left. Thank you for being patient, Suicune. Okay. Can I do a quick attack and get a little... Okay. Okay. It's close. It's close. I feel like we can get away with catching it now. Stealth section with jump scares is diabolical. The thing is, I remember it being scary, but it could also entirely be a case of there weren't actual jump scares and I was just a little kitty shit who was just scared easily. Because I was very scared easily as a kid. Okay, so it's down here. We're going to make a new save state here. We're going to try this again. It's at even lower health. I like my odds a little bit. I almost hit that undo save state, and I would have pissed everywhere. You're already tense from trying to stealth, and then jump scares will probably work the first time because of the mission, and then make the stealth way more tense, stressful. I was also an impatient kid. I was also a very impatient kid, so it's also very likely that even if there weren't jump scares, I probably would have sucked dick at the stealth. Also, I'm going to try and quick attack one more time. Does this kill? That kills. So we're literally at a point of we can't attack him anymore. We just gotta hope that the ball lands. I'm gonna move into right below or right above it, and there we go. Remember when I was younger, I legit was too intimidated by boss fights to progress, even simple games like New Soup DS. No, I get that. I totally do get that, being intimidated by parts of the game enough to not progress. Literally, stealth section with spooky green ghosts in Nicktoons Unite on the DS. I call myself a pussy now, but I was way worse as a kid when it came to any kind of games. Probably didn't help that I would, to test my own, like, to push my own luck as a kid. Okay, so here's gonna be a fun little nugget of possibly making you feel old stuff. So when I was young, already said about how, like, you know, anything super violent was banned from the house. In terms of video games, my mom really wanted to make sure I didn't end up on fucking Omegle or end up on the wrong place on the internet. YouTube was not outwardly banned, but I was only really allowed to go on YouTube if I was, like, with one of my older sisters or with my mom, you know? Which is good parenting. That was good parenting because it did instill a lot more internet safety in me, and I really feel like I would have turned out worse if I was just let loose, kind of like how a lot of kids are nowadays. But I was a little bit of a shit when I was, I think, 12 was when I got my DS, or 3DS is when I got my 3DS. Around that time, when I was like 12 or so, I got YouTube on my 3DS without my mom knowing, and I started watching videos on there, and I would watch Markiplier play, like, horror games a lot. I would do it in secret when I was supposed to be in bed, and I would huddle under my blanket with my DS out and, like, have the volume turned down quietly, and I would watch him play through, like, fucking the Five Nights at Freddy's series and Bendy and all that, like the viral horror hits. And I knew I shouldn't have been. Not only from the, oh, my mom would be mad if she caught me watching this, but also from the, I'm gonna end up scaring myself and scarring myself. And, like, looking back, those games aren't particularly scary, but I do genuinely think doing that shit is what's led to my current mental state of I can't handle jump scares. I get too jumpy. Not because I'm scared, but because it sets off way too hard of a fight or flight instinct in my brain. Probably also due to the real life jump scare I get when my phone gives, you know, an emergency alert system during, you know, bad weather. That, if you didn't hide under the covers of the DS, did you really get the DS experience? Exactly. Luckily, I can say that I was never one of those kids who got caught by Mario saying bye-bye or anything. I was never that dumb. I never got caught by that. I did like how much... I did like those voice lines. I'm gonna admit, I've just unlocked a memory in myself. I remember I used to sit there and open and close my DS just because the fact that you would hear such a clear, crisp voice line from Mario really enamored me. I was like, wow, it's like he's really here in the room with me. And I remember I would sit there and open and close my DS over and over. I wish little kid me was better at taking care of his stuff. I used to have, before my 3DS, I don't know if it was a limited edition or not, but I had a fire red Nintendo DS Lite that had like a Mario emblem on the back. And it was so cool. But like I recently found it, and it's only the bottom half. I don't know what happened to the top screen. I don't know what kid me had done to it, that it's literally, there's only half of it left, and it turns on. It doesn't have a charge currently, but it turns on for a second, the screen blinks. Technically, maybe if I could get it to turn on and stay on, I would technically have a Game Boy Advanced because it still has the slot intact. Little kid me was just really bad at taking care. I was so bad. I used to have... I talked about earlier how I've kept most of my Wii games. I meant to segment off from that to say how... So, I still have a lot of my cases of my DS games because I collected those and I keep them in an old drawer in my room. In my old room and everything. And it's like... I had a carrying case. I had a carrying case for my games and I've lost it. I have all the cases. So I could go back and see what games I had. The top of my DS Lite popped off recently. Old age. It's old age. I don't remember when the top half of my DS Lite. I don't know when that happened. I don't know if that's a case of I did that when I was a greedy little gremlin of a kid, or if that's just an old age thing. I only had my DS Lite for a few years. When did I get it? I gotta search into my brain banks. Because I know my 3DS was a... Let's see. The DS Lite was a Christmas gift I got because I played my sister's DS a lot, and my mom was like, we should get you one, and that was a Christmas present I got, like that following Christmas. And then years later was the 3DS on my birthday. But I don't remember how long I had my DS Lite before I got the 3DS. Part of me almost wants to look up how much those Mario Fire Red DS Lites would be to know how stupid am I for not keeping this in like good condition. Was it a collector item? Actually, fuck, I kind of want to look at... I'm going to look that up now. We're going to look at Nintendo DS Lite Fire Red Mario emblem. How much? Okay. Going to Amazon. 240? Yeah, that's the one I had. That's not as much as I thought it was going to be. It was a limited edition, which pisses me off more. That stupid kid me. Glad I still have a 3DS at least. I know I have my 3DS somewhere, but it's also been very not well taken care of over the years. To give kid me a little bit of, you know, a little bit of a break, I did share my DS with several of my younger siblings, so there's a good chance that if it was solely me who was watching over it, it probably would have taken care of, but the fact that I was also sharing it amongst several of my younger siblings probably also like accumulated towards the questionable state it's in now. I know like the right bumper doesn't work and there's some dead pixels on the top screen. I have to find it. It's put away in a box somewhere because I just admittedly haven't touched it in a long time. If I had the spare cash to throw at it, I would either get a like new Nintendo 3DS or one of those, what were they called? They were super popular like a month or two back. Like everyone was purchasing them. It was an aftermarket thing. AYN Thor, I think. It was like this Android little device that was like shaped like a 3DS, and you can run emulators and shit on it. I saw everyone was posting pictures about them like a month or two back. But they're like $400, something like that. It's like, I don't know if I need that. I guess my dilemma would be, even if I had the cash, would I get something like that, or even like a new Nintendo 3DS? Because how much would I realistically play it? I do so much of my gaming from... Also, I'll pause since... Why are you loading up an older stream? Is this one? The trials ahead will turn me into Ash. What stream is this? I don't remember. It's old enough from before my current layout. And it's also so quiet. Was the music always that quiet? Don't sit here and just set me in suspense. As I was saying, I don't game as much on consoles as I probably should. I do every once in a while, like on my, I still play my Switch a decent amount on my PlayStation, like every once in a while, but I do a lot of it through PC because I'm either streaming something, or I'm playing something with friends, or I'm emulating older games because the prices of older games are so bad right now, and really, no one, I'm not gonna lose sleep over emulating fucking Codename Kids Next Door. I have an actual GameCube controller, and I have an adapter to let me use it, so I'm at least somewhat able to replicate the experience. So I guess my worry would be, like, if I got a 3DS or an AYN Thor or whatever, would I even play it that much? Because nowadays, if I'm away from my computer...
All right, who is ready? We're back with some
it was me doing the time trials.
Yeah,
Oh, look at that. Look at my old PNG tuber.
As much as I really do like Paul... Troll.
Look at my old one. He looks very... It looks very similar to my current.
It was...
Oh, ad break right as it starts.
To do some of the moves that I need to do as him, because it was hard.
Okay, I guess we're gonna sit here and listen to myself. I hate listening to myself, despite Big Wizard Butt. Big Wizard Butt and getting drink of water.
Go back and redo the final boss as Paul, or at least try to. Excuse me. And then we'll see what Paul's true form is, but we don't deserve that yet. Instead,
We don't. And I think I remember I tried.
the combo chains and the time trials.
I tried to do the final fight as Paul, and I'm fairly certain it, like, crashed my game.
One of these times I'm gonna just let that line go by, and I'm not gonna take a screenshot.
But I never did.
Today is not that day.
It never was that day, Wiz.
Alright, so...
I'm not going to react to this. I'm going to kind of conversate with my past self, looking into the past mirror.
And we're gonna try and go for it.
Yeah, go for it, asshole.
I did miss actual animations.
You miss a lot of things. Dude, you kind of suck at this.
I really thought I was gonna make that jump.
Well, you didn't. Try better?
And I'm not gonna make that one, of course not.
Yeah, no. Why would you make that jump?
I want to start off on the right foot.
Yeah. Why would you want to, asshole? Just reacting to my past self. Yeah, go. Move it.
And of course, if we get through all the combo chains tonight, then, you know, we're going to start...
We're going to start what?
The
Come on.
trials, which I am...
Yeah, but...
those, all things
Yeah, you
considered.
should be. You ended up sucking at them when you tried
Like,
them.
At least the combo chain...
The combo chain
yeah,
was
it's
also
kinda
hard.
painful, but
You're barely doing the combo chain.
you're hitting me. Go, 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 please.
Don't yell at the game. You're the one who sucks. You gotta get better at using a controller, dude.
I had no reason to do that,
Yeah, you didn't.
and yet I did.
Yeah.
Because I'm just that smart.
Uh-huh. Keep using that joke. We keep using
My
that.
brain can remember important information
Cinnamon
at the
Springs
level. To be
combo
fair, I
trial.
have not touched
Wasn't
this
the
game
entire
since last
stream
night.
that one trial?
You know, it's a game that I'm playing every Monday, Tuesday. Hello, cool gamer. When it's a Monday, Tuesday game, I typically
Hello, cool
only touch
gamer.
it on stream just so I don't get sick of it.
Except I ended up breaking that rule with certain games like Pokemon.
As much
I'd
as
play
I love
Pokemon a lot off stream just so I could grind and shit, and I definitely got sick of it.
bother me a little.
I do miss Paul.
So
I do.
we're saving Paul until.
I do remember I attempted to try and fight the final boss as Paul, and it like crashed the game.
And I missed Annie.
If I was smart, I would have milked that moment a little bit more and tried to turn Paul into like a channel thing. I'm kind of. I'm gonna let the other me talk a little bit, and I'm gonna talk over him. I started thinking on it recently. Is it a bad thing that I don't have too many like channel in jokes? Paul is simply too powerful. He is too powerful. He crashed my game, and then I ended up just ending the series on that moment. I'm pretty sure, something like that.
And it didn't work.
I like God. I've said before. I hate listening to my own voice, especially when I don't have to. If I'm working on a video, I can stomach it. But listening to myself live. This isn't even like old crusty stream or anything back before I knew what I was doing. This is like a relative. This is just from, I don't know, earlier this year, I think, or like late last year. I think it was back in February.
Can hope that no Paul shenanigans crash the game, but you never know.
Wait, Paul had already crashed my game at one point before this? February is too long ago. Oh, and it's over. Well, back to music. What was I saying? It kind of... Is it weird that despite that I'm like a streamer and all that shit, I don't have too many in-jokes on the channel itself? Is it weird to be self-conscious about that? That I don't have a lot of like references, you know, things I can like just point towards myself and I know you can't force them. They got to be like natural, like Ledian. You know, Ledian is the best example as like being just a very natural, just kind of let it be, let it happen type of in-joke on the channel. Urban Yay doesn't really count because that's one that it wasn't natural, but at the same time it kind of was, just how it evolved, especially with the videos and all that. I don't know. Self-conscious wizard just kind of speaking aloud while trying to catch this damn bird with a jet engine up its ass. How long have we been at this? How long have we been at the Latios thing? I want to go try and catch the other legendaries. I'm so sick of this stupid bird. Gizmo, I need you to stop in the background. There's an in-joke, but not really an in-joke. That's just, my cat is loud and whiny. And she likes to yell in the background when I'm trying to stream. You never hear it in recordings like for videos because I stream in a different room that I do everything else in. It's got slightly better acoustics in here and it's out of the way so I don't have to worry about being interrupted by anything or anyone. But she's in here, aren't you, Gizmo? You just love to sit there and go, wow. God damn it, I thought it caught finally. And now we pause. And now we turn the media share back to, because I hung up loud so I could hear myself. Bum, bum, bum. Kirby and the Forgotten Realm, that's another goddamn game I gotta play. I gotta play more Kirby games in general. The only Kirby game that I've played all the way through, the only three, I just remembered because I streamed myself playing Dreamland 3 or Dreamland 4, whichever one. I've played through Kirby Superstar Ultra, and it's still my favorite Kirby game of all time. And I'm fairly certain off stream when I was younger, I beat Kirby's Epic Yarn, but like that's not exactly a hard thing to do. Not exactly a hard game, but I should play more Kirby games. I just feel like they peaked with Superstar Ultra. At least in my experience, every other Kirby game I start to play, nearly every Kirby game, I play them and I think to myself, I could just be playing Superstar Ultra. kind of like how before I streamed it, anytime I would start Super Mario Sunshine, I would get a little bit in, and then I'd be annoyed by its chicanery, and then I'd be like, I could just be playing Super Mario 64 or Super Mario Galaxy. Kirby's Epic Yarn only became a Kirby game partway through development? I did not know that. I know it was done by Goodfeel. They did Wario Land Shake It, Kirby's Epic Yarn, and the modern Yoshi games. I don't know about Mysterious Book. They may not. They may have done Mysterious Book. I don't remember because I've not played it myself. I've played Kirby's Epic Yarn. I've played Woolly World and quite enjoyed it. I've played a little bit of Crafted World and thought it was just fine. It was just kind of whatever. Yoshi's Woolly World is really damn good. They tried to trick you into thinking it wasn't good with the whoa, it's a double Yoshi explosion marketing. What the hell was Nintendo thinking with marketing like that? I know we meme on it nowadays, but like, what the hell was Nintendo actually trying to go with some of that marketing? Or the one that's become a meme lately because Scott the Woz like dug it back up for everyone to laugh at. Oh, hot butter popcorn, that's a deal. Like, why? Why? I'm so glad that Scott the Woz did that trilogy on the Wii U era to like hyper dissect what the hell was going on. I don't know, but I do enjoy the personality of the presentation back then. Are we talking like the directs? Are we talking the commercial? No, the ads were awful back then. You know, shit like the ads that were like the kids trying to tell their parents why they should get a Wii U and why it's not just a Wii. The really weird, like, trying to integrate YouTube and like social media into the commercials and just not really getting it. I like some of the direct stuff. Like, I think everyone infamously remembers shit like the Cyborg Reggie bit or the Muppets or the Robot Chicken stuff. Like, that's pretty infamous. But we're talking about the advertising around the time. No. It was awful. I kind of don't like... I'm not claiming you're doing this, Cool Gamer, but you make me think about it. I've seen some revisionist history stuff trying to go on of people trying to look back on the Wii U era with like rose-tinted goggles and be like, man, it really wasn't that bad. It was actually kind of good. No! Maybe if you were a 3DS owner. If you were like a 3DS owner back then, the 3DS era was really good. But the Wii U era of Nintendo? No. There's a reason why it was considered like Nintendo's like worst era ever. Definitively. It's just kind of funny how nostalgia can like lighten stuff up like that. How there is unironically a large group of people online who look back at like the Wii U era and be like, man, Nintendo's just not the same anymore. It's like, yeah, I agree. They're doing successfully now. They're making games people actually want. It was bad, I'll admit. I was mostly 3DS guy. That's the thing. That era was during that part of my childhood where I was slowly like evolving my brain enough to keep up with online discourse and actually understand it and like understand what people were saying, but not quite enough to take it to heart. I remember seeing stuff at the time of like, man, Nintendo's struggling this generation, and me at the age of, 13, being like, what are you talking about? Super Mario Maker is awesome, and it's doing so well. Everyone loves Super Mario Maker. Clearly, the Wii U isn't that bad, and that Splatoon game looks pretty cool. And just being blissfully unaware of like how poorly the Wii U was selling and all the like nothing games. One of the 3DS was still getting some stuff a bit into the Switch. That is something I'll kind of agree on. I kind of like that the 3DS still got stuff. Do I think that a lot of the stuff the 3DS got during the start of the Switch's lifespan should have gone to the Switch? Yes. I bemoan Alpha Dream dying because they had the incredibly smart idea to be like, hey, what if we remake Bowser's Inside Story for the 3DS? But also, I love the 3DS. I'm not quite nostalgic for it. I don't think I've quite hit the age where I'm nostalgic for the 3DS era, but I look back on it very fondly. A lot of the 3DS, I loved my 3DS. Oh, it's weird hearing this song outside of a stream starting soon. Like, section. Dude, talking on the... Oh, we finally got Latios. God fucking damn it. Thank fuck. How long have we been at this? I feel like we've been at this for like, what, an hour and a half or some shit? Because I don't even know how long. I don't know how long, but we finally caught him. Give a nickname to Latios. Bastard. Hate this guy. I'm gonna... Bastard. No, go back. Go back. I'm gonna load the save up in like 5 years. And be like, why'd I name him that? Alright. So that's one of these legendary fuckers. Now for the last one. The stupid dog. Weird choice overall, but yeah, Luigi's Mansion 1, Yoshi's Woolly World could have been being on Switch, not to mention Kirby's extra epic yarn. They all could have been. Just about any 3DS game from there. Oh, where's the last dog? Did I already catch it? Oh, no, there it is. Alright, we're gonna just fly to this town repeatedly. Actually, we're gonna come in here and we're going to... What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We're gonna swap. And we're gonna get Cool Gamer back on the team. Well, for one, we should move him to this box. What's your thoughts on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe as it is now? Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I mean, it's a good game. It's great. I think it was a fantastic idea to bring it onto the Switch like as early as they did. You know, it became one of the highest... I just heard loud ass fucking thunder outside. Big booming thunder. I'm gonna open up my radar and peek on it real quick. Lightning detected 10 miles away. Thunderstorms expected to end soon. What about that tornado watch? Still going on for another hour. I'll continue my thoughts on Mario Kart in a second. Ooh, we're gonna get a big storm over us within the next half hour. We're not gonna spend too long trying to catch the last legendary. I think I'm gonna go ahead and like kind of wrap up a bit here. I didn't catch all the legendary. We'll give it one try, but I don't want to be here when my power possibly goes out. I prefer to end a stream on my own. So we're gonna go after him just once. I'm so glad we seem to be in a new... I'm so glad that we seem to be in a new creative Mario era. I think I've talked about it before. I think we've talked about this before. So I'm gonna repeat myself a little bit. Isn't it weird? How do I word this thing that's in my brain? Isn't it kind of weird how, like, there's been an era for Mario where they have a lot of connective tissue, you know? Around the time of Sunshine, the Piantas and everything around it would show up in games, and still do sometimes. Around Galaxy, Lumas and Rosalina and all that would appear in a lot of stuff. And how even with Super Mario 3D World, Cap Mario stuff would show up a lot still, and like the fairies from 3D World would show up here and there. I think I brought this up before. Isn't it weird how Odyssey happened, like arguably one of the most creative from like an ideas point of view of the 3D games, and yet it left like little to no impact on the franchise as a whole? Like Cappy never showed up again. None of the fucking rabbits, like the Brutals, no one gives a shit about them. I remember this Mario. Yeah, it didn't have a notable impact. It was weird. I'll agree that we're in a creative Mario era, like Super Mario Wonder specifically is a great example, except I kind of have this issue with Mario Wonder. As much as I really do love it, not the various Kingdom citizens, yeah, they barely count because they're in the movies, so they kind of count. Also, we're gonna go ahead and try and come over to this route and see if we can catch this last guy. Is he staying? He's staying. How far along the route do I need to be? Can I just come up to here and come across him, or no? So strange. It's very strange. So we need to be on like the other end of this route, I guess. Is he even still there? Maybe it'll be better if I fly to that city and wait for him to show up at the top and I go up. It's just very strange. What I started to say is an issue that I kind of have with Wonder is how little replay value. Yes, I was about to say that before I got distracted by myself. It's one of those games that on your first playthrough, it's wonderful. And I've been trying to make a pun there. It's wonderful. It's awesome. It's so cool. But then you replay it and it doesn't hit the same. And honestly, if I could propose, I don't know if this is a hot take, but a think piece here. That's how a lot of the Switch era kind of feels to me, if I'm being completely honest. Super Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild. At least those are the only two off the top of my head right away. Besides the obvious like multiplayer stuff like Mario Kart. Okay, I won't say the Switch era as a whole, because I can't think of any more examples off the top of my head. But Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild are both, in my opinion, they're good. They're still great and everything. But I don't really want to replay them. They don't really have that same impact on a second playthrough that they did on their first playthrough. And I think it kind of comes down to just like, where the fuck is he? Oh, now he's over there. I think it partially comes down to like the mindset of where we were all at, and now he's over there. Hang on, let me load back my save state and see if I can find him right away. It was the mindset of the doomerism of the Wii U era, and coming off of it maybe was part of it. But like, I don't know, I think back, and it's like Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, those two specifically, I wish I could re-experience like the first time playing them again, because they were like monumental, like holy shit games. Is he still here? No, he moved down. I hate this guy. I hate this guy so much. Guess we just fly here again. We're only gonna do this for a bit, 'cause like I said, storms the brewing, trouble's the brewing. It kind of just feels like, no, I don't want to say that. I was about to say something that was going to sound super critical of Breath of the Wild and Super Mario Odyssey especially, but I'm not going to. I'm going to reevaluate. Both of those games were kind of, I'm going to steal a quote from Nakey Jakey, one of my favorite YouTubers. They were kind of Nintendo coming to Jesus moments where they looked back on what people really liked out of Zelda and out of Mario and expanded on that. They went back to the drawing board completely. They kind of tossed out all of the garbage from the Wii U era and just did that. And I think it was great for the start of the Switch generation, because it really kind of showed people, this is what we're doing, this is how we're handling it, we're gonna do it way better than we did back on Wii U. Almost like a reboot in a way, or at least kind of that mentality of like starting from fresh, but in a good way. Because if I say like a reboot, people would take that negatively. And that was genuinely, it was very, very good for the start of the era. Like, it was amazing, you know. Super Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Let's be real, no one gives a shit about the Wii U version anymore. No one is ever going to play the Wii U version ever. There's no reason to play it, compared especially to, you know, playing Deluxe specifically. Where is... I hate this one. This one seems to be moving even more frustratingly than the others. Okay, It's coming up this way, so I wonder if I come to the grass, run. I'll finish my thought in a second. Where's he gonna go? Is he still there? If I run back and forth, like maybe run in and out of town, does he move? He does. Will it be faster, methinks? Oh, we're on top of him now. I've tricked him. Never mind. Is he gone again? No, he's still here. Where is he? He's gone again. I hate this stupid electric dog, whatever its name is. I hate it. What was I even saying? Let's run to the other side of town. It was great for the era. It was great to show off what they were doing, blah, blah, blah. But it led to the problem of, not really a problem, because it's more of a personal preference thing, where it's like the replay ability has gone down. They don't hit as hard, because when you remove them from the context of, oh, this is a breath of fresh air, then it's just air. It's just oxygen. And I love oxygen. I love air. Air is great. But stepping outside to take in a breath of fresh air doesn't hit as hard if you weren't somewhere very stinky right before. Does that analogy make sense? I feel like I don't know. Doing some dirty, disgusting, stinky job and then stepping outside to get a breath of fresh air hits way harder than just having a nice day and then also stepping out to get a breath of fresh air. That's the analogy. This isn't to discredit the fresh air. I love air. I love getting that breath of oxygen, breath of the wild oxygen. But like, if I've already been having a great day and all that shit, it's not gonna hit as hard. This is the most insane analogy I think I've ever given on the channel. But like, coming off the Wii U era, going into the Switch era was amazing. Going back to that early Switch era on its own, it's still good, but it doesn't hit as hard. Okay, he's on the left. He's on the left, maybe? Where is he? Now he's down there! This guy feels like he's moving around. How do I reach him? Hang on, let me... How do I get to... Is he in the national park? Or is he on the route? I'm gonna just keep walking back and forth to see if I... He's here. He's right on top of me, but I don't know... Does that mean he's here? There! There's the motherfucker. Thunder. And I miss. God damn it. Because I didn't know where the fucker was gonna be. I feel like this guy is gonna be simultaneously easier and harder than some of the others because he appears to move every time I change routes. So if I just run back and forth between these two routes, I feel like I can force him to come to me. But also, he's electric type. Hang on, so if I encounter Pokemon and then run, he should move again. No, he's still there. He's over there. I'm sure this could be a whole think piece I could turn to a video or like expand upon or something, but like that basic ass analogy of it's the fact that it doesn't sink anymore. You're not who I was looking for, you bastard. He was just here. I'll find him. Gonna be a matter of time. I just want to catch this guy before I have to close up for the storm. Whichever Game Freak dev was a Game Freak and was like, Roman Pokemon. That's it. That's the gimmick. I want to find them. I want to have a talk with them. I want to ask him, why? What and why and what's wrong with you? If I go down again, where is he? He's there. If I go up, he's there. But if I go down, he's gone, he's down. He's literally playing keep away with me. I guess we just... Come on. Part of me almost wonders, die in the dungeon music. Oh yeah, I added several tracks to the stream playlist because, goddamn, I need to glaze that music harder. The music is good. I don't know if it's in my playlist, but the Mantis Twins, I think is the track name. I forget. I'm brain sludge right now because I'm thinking about Double Yoshi Exploshi and trying to catch a stupid electric dog that no one even likes because it's stupid and I hate it. And I think I can also confidently say this guy is no one's specific favorite because he looks dumb and he's electric, and if you're gonna have an electric Pokemon, you're gonna have a Pikachu. Why would you ever want this guy? This guy sucks at being a Pokemon. Please come to the route I'm on. Oh? Oh, one of the eggs finally fucking hatched. Wooper. No. You can just stay, the Wooper. That means the other egg isn't going to be too far behind. So I got both of them around the same time. WarioWare DIY music. This, you know what? I'm not super nostalgic for 3DS era, but I am very nostalgic for the late DS era. WarioWare DIY and WarioWare Touched. Banger of games. I recently started playing through WarioWare Touched just on my own, and goddamn, that game holds up. It's one of the greats in my opinion. It and Smooth Moves are like two of the best WarioWares IMO. Smooth Moves will always have a place in my heart because it's silly, goofy, waggling a Wiimote action, and it's WarioWare. Who doesn't like WarioWare? We all love WarioWare. Oh, it's starting to rain outside. Okay, that is my cue. We're gonna go ahead and stop because the rain is here, and that means the big evil part of the storm is not gonna be long behind. We're just gonna go ahead and call it here. How many legendaries did we catch in this stream? We caught Suicune, and we caught Latios, and that's it. We're gonna go ahead and just end it here. Not even gonna do the ending scramble and shit. I want to be off in case the weather gets super bad. Thank everyone for watching. Tomorrow, oh boy, tomorrow we're gonna have fun. Tomorrow we're going to spend 6 hours looking for a shiny Ledian. I'm gonna look up shiny hunting tips. I'm gonna look up if I can abuse it the same way I did last time. That's about it. I gotta go. Good night, everyone. Have a good one.